Well, hello. My name is Gant and welcome back to Ace Academy. We are gonna go through the Una route, and I'm kind of excited because this is like the last route, right? I don't know. We still have show to do, but you know what I mean. It's not. This is the last female, so let us continue. Work on the history project with Una. I know we have a whole weekend to work on our project, but I like getting my assignments done early. Hopefully, Yuna's the same way. I dial her number and wait. She picks up after a few rings.
Hello?
Hi, Yuna. It's Gat.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So, I was wondering if you want to get together and work on the project today.
Sure. I'm actually glad you called. I wasn't sure about you, but I like getting a head start on my assignments.
I can't help but smile. So do I. She laughs.
Good thing we're partners. When are you free?
I'm free whenever. What about you?
Same.
Okay. Do you want to meet around noon?
Sure. At the library on campus?
Yeah, let's do that.
Great. I'll see you then.
See you. We hang up. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. When I arrive on campus, I park my bike and wait in front of the library. It's a few minutes until noon. I hope Yuna gets here soon. Every few minutes I check the time on my phone. 12:07, 12:13, 12:20. She still hasn't arrived, so I text her. Hey, I'm here. Where are you? I don't have to wait long for my phone to vibrate. Sorry, I'm still waiting for the bus. It should be getting here soon, I think. Okay, I'll find us a room in the library. Okay, thanks. I don't know what's going on. I remember I could do a good girl voice. How about... Hi, how are you? Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I still have it. I don't know why I didn't do that for the text messages. The library is mostly empty, what makes no sense. Not too many people spend their Saturdays studying. Fortunately, that also means most of the collaboration spaces are open. Wandering the shelves, I gather a few reference books I think will be helpful, but I can't find the specific case study I'm looking for. Struggling, I head into an empty room to wait for Yuna. Flipping a nearby book to a random page, I half-heartedly skim it. I check the time again. 12:45. It doesn't seem like she's coming. Suddenly, I spot a flash of pink hair. Yuna's on the far side of the library searching for me. I wave at her and she smiles in acknowledgement before hurrying over.
I'm sorry I'm so late. The bus showed up way behind schedule, which is really unusual. I hope you aren't too angry with me.
Why would I be angry? I return her smile. It's fine, I'm just glad you made it. She slides into the chair across from me. I finally notice she isn't wearing her uniform. I never realized how cute she is. Like, oh my god. You look really nice today. I like your outfit. She blushes shyly.
Oh, thanks. You look nice too.
Thanks. She smiles.
It's a little funny to see you out of uniform, but in a good way. It feels more personal somehow.
Yeah, I understand. She points to the books beside me.
You already picked out references?
I nod. While I was waiting for you, but I couldn't find the case study we need.
Did you check the database?
Not yet.
Let's do that.
She stands and leads the way to the nearest computer. When we get there, she types in a quick search.
It says the book is available. Let's go check the shelves again.
She leads me back towards the shelves, occasionally glancing back at me. Once we arrive, she scans the shelf for the book and frowns when she doesn't see it.
I don't understand. It should be here.
Maybe the computer's wrong?
Maybe, but we can't work on the project without it.
Why don't we ask the front desk? Maybe they know where it is. She brightens up.
Good idea.
I start to head back the way we came when I glance at the cart beside us. It's filled with books, but a specific title catches my eye. Wait. She pauses. Isn't that the book we need? She leans towards the cart.
It is.
Great. I reach out to grab it, but pause when I notice the horrified expression on Yuna's face. What?
You can't just take that.
Why not?
That's the return cart.
So?
The book hasn't been returned yet.
What do you mean? It's already been checked back into the system and it's in the cart.
Yeah, but it hasn't been returned to the shelf yet.
It'll be fine. We can make a copy of the section that we need, then put it back in this cart.
But what if someone notices it's missing?
I glanced around us. There isn't a librarian in sight. There's no one here. Besides, we'll be quick. Don't worry. She chews nervously on her lips before giving me a reluctant nod. I grab the book and we head for the copy machine. Yuna's footsteps are nimble and quick, and I have to catch up with her. She glances back at me frequently, obviously uncomfortable. She steps back when we reach the copy machine and let me handle the copying. It takes a couple of minutes for the machine to warm up, and Yuna fidgets the entire time.
Is it working?
Yeah, it just needs a few minutes.
We should hurry up.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. She seems unconvinced, but stays quiet. The seconds seem to stretch and slow while we wait for the machine to process the copies. Yuna continues to bite at her lip. Finally, the copier spits out our papers. Yuna immediately collects them and begins walking. She quickens her pace and closer. She quickens her pace the closer we get to the cart, and doesn't relax until I nestle the book between its breadth. I don't fucking know. I can't read, guys. Come on, don't make fun of me. That wasn't so bad, was it? She smiles faintly, but her face seems a little pale.
At least we have what we need.
Speaking of which, we should get to work. She nods and we return to our room. I type out the last couple of words on our report, then I lean back in my chair and grin at Yuna. And we're done. She breathes a sigh of relief.
I'm glad we were able to get that finished. Now we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week.
Yeah. We've been working for hours and it's getting pretty late. Yuna's already packing up her laptop, so I pack up mine too. Then, she layers the remaining reference books in her arms.
I'll go ahead and return these.
Do you need help with that?
No thanks. I'll just be a minute.
She smiles reassuringly before she leaves. I tidy up the room while she takes care of the books and meet her outside the building.
Well, I better head to the bus stop.
I'll go with you.
Oh, you don't have to.
I drove here, so I don't mind. Besides, it's getting kind of late, and who knows how long the bus will be. She nods and smiles in appreciation. The bus shelter is empty when we arrive, and as expected, the bus is nowhere to be found.
We got a lot done today. You're very easy to work with.
Thanks. For a moment, I thought you were ready to bail on me. She glances curiously at me.
When was that?
When we found the case study.
Oh.
She shifts slightly.
I thought about it. I've never done anything like that before.
Now it's my turn to look confused. You never borrowed a book?
No, I've never borrowed a book without permission.
It wasn't really without permission.
We totally broke the rules.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
We did. You're not supposed to use a book that's on the return cart. It's not done being processed.
Yeah, but that's just a minor thing. It's like when you forget to clean up your tray in the cafeteria. She stares blankly at me. Have you ever forgotten to clean up your tray?
Of course not. You're supposed to clean up after yourself.
Okay, to be honest, I understand that part. The other shit, like, no. Like, the book without permissions, like, it was in the cart. Like, it was okay. The trade thing, I've never done it, man. You gotta clean up after yourself, you dirty fucks. Okay, then it's like... let's see. Taking a pen from the bank. When you go to the bank or anywhere with pens out in the open, and you take one of the pens after using it.
But that's stealing!
Usually it's by accident, and you don't realize you've taken it until it's too late.
Accident or not, it's still taking something that doesn't belong to you.
Okay, how about... Let's see, what else have I done? Taking an extra free sample? I've done it before. We all have done it. When a store offers free samples and you wait a while before coming back again so the person handing... Fuck. When a store offers free samples and you wait a while before coming back again so the person handing out samples doesn't recognize you.
But what about the people who haven't already received a sample?
What about them?
If I take them, they won't have any.
They usually have a lot that they give away. Okay, how about using multiple emails to vote for a contest entry when it's one vote per person? I've never done this, but I've done the making new emails to get free trials on like streaming services. Oh my god, I remember doing that for fucking Funimation accounts. I did it twice or 3 times, I think. No, twice. The third time I actually did pay for like a couple months. But it was fun, you know what I mean? Like just making a new one is like you get I think it was a month free, or was it 14 days? I don't remember. Okay, taking an extra chopstick and napkins. When you're picking up food and when you take an extra chopsticks and napkins at the self-serve bar, Yuna frowns.
I only need 1 pair of chopsticks to eat.
They're for later.
If everyone took things in excess, then that leaves nothing for others.
Well, that's how life is. Like, people take shit and there's nothing left for other people. But at least those people are like, you know what? You know, I got forks at home, or like, I got spoons at home. I don't really care.
Do you do all of these things?
Yes. Yes, I do. No. Because I'm a liar. She stares at me with wide eyes.
But that's breaking the rules.
They're more like guidelines anyway.
I've never broken the rules.
Dude, I'm from East Los and I've broken like rules. So like, I'm gonna take this goody two shoes and I'm gonna make her, you know, a little bit, I'm gonna make her break the rules. Well, we'll start with small ones like jaywalking. Like, jaywalking... Dude, you gotta jaywalk in East Los to get anywhere, oh my god. Like, shit, man, there's some lights that take so fucking long. You just gotta jaywalk once in a while. Not even once?
It would lead to utter chaos if everyone ignored the rules and did what they wanted.
Kind of like this bus, right?
Huh?
Well, the schedule said it was supposed to be here about half an hour ago, but it's late.
Oh.
She looks disappointed.
I was hoping the bus issue would resolve itself before I had to go home.
It doesn't seem like it's coming. Can anyone pick you up? She shakes her head.
My family is out of town this weekend. It's fine. I take the bus all the time.
Let's stay with her longer. Well, I'll wait with you a while longer. Hopefully it shows up. She brightens up.
You don't have to do that, but thanks. It's always nice to have company.
Another half an hour. After another half an hour, the bus still doesn't show up. Offer her a ride. I can take you home. She smiles but shakes her head.
I don't want to cause any trouble for you. I don't mind waiting.
You're waiting for the bus. You're waiting for bus 85, which goes to my area of Izakaze as well. It's no trouble at all.
That's very kind of you, but you don't have to worry about me. I'm used to waiting for the bus.
I know, but it's getting late, and if I left you here alone, I'll be worried you never got home safely. Her cheeks tingle pink and looks away, A small smile plays at her lips.
You'd be worried about me?
Yeah. She looks back at me, a full smile on her face.
Well, it will get dark soon, and I wouldn't want you to worry.
I grin at her. Come on, let's go pick up my bike. I return my smile with an... She returns my smile with an even brighter smile.
Okay, thanks.
We reach my bike. Yuna's eyes widen in appreciation.
You have a beautiful ride.
I can't help myself from feeling a warmth of pride. Thanks. I brought her back from the States. She goes everywhere with me. I hop on my bike and pat the seat behind me. She carefully climbs on. Are you ready? What is it?
What am I supposed to hold on to?
Oh, well, you're kind of supposed to hold on to me.
What?
What's wrong?
This was a bad idea. I should go wait for the bus.
I feel her squirm behind me. Help her. Before she can hop off the bike, I reach back, grab her hands and wrap her around my waist. Yuna lets out a small gasp. See? This isn't so bad, right?
Right.
Alright, put this bitch into gear. I can feel the warmth of Yuna against me, the softness of her chest pressing against my back. I try not to think about it. Her grip tightens around my waist as we continue down the freeway. Yuna diligently directs me towards her house. The scenery blends into a blur of colors as we drive by. After a few minutes, Yuna's directions sound more confident and there's a tingle of excitement in her voice. Her grip relaxes slightly and I'm acutely aware of every time she presses close to me to speak. I feel her hand slip away for a moment. I assume to push out the hair out of her eyes, and her chest pushes up against me again as she sighs. Are you okay?
Yes. Sorry. I just love sunsets, and the view right now is breathtaking.
It is breathtaking. I quickly glance towards the sun as it hovers over the horizon, reflecting a trail of golden fire on the glittering waves of the ocean. You definitely don't see sunsets like these in New York. I could get used to this.
Are you liking it in Isokaze so far?
Yeah, but I haven't seen much outside of Ace.
You should go to the park. It's so beautiful, especially in spring when the cherry blossoms bloom. I used to go there all the time and play on the statues. You'll learn a lot about the town's culture and history there too. Although I haven't been there since a while, so I'm not sure if it's changed at all.
Maybe you can come with me and show me. She pauses.
Sure. After all, Isokaze is a pretty special place.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see that. She leans closer into me, but doesn't say anything more. Before long, we arrive at her house. She slips off the bike and waits for me to do the same. As I walk her to her front door, she turns to me. I don't anticipate her stopping and I almost trip into her, but catch myself just in time. Still, I hear a slight gasp when she notices how close we are to each other. She suddenly becomes shy and takes a small step back.
Thanks for taking me home. I had a nice time today.
Me too. Maybe we can hang out again.
Sure.
And do something besides study. She laughs.
I'd like that. Have a good night. Get home safely, okay?
I will. Talk to you later. She turns towards her house. She turns towards her door while I go back to my bike. As I switch on the engine, I see her turn around. She gives me a brief wave before heading inside, and I wave back before heading home. Alrighty, let's get to the next Yuna scene. Let's hang out with Yuna. I feel like doing something active, but I just don't want to lift the weights. I've heard the recreational center always have lots of activities going on. There's bound to be something that I can do. As I walk in, the first thing I notice is how much natural light shines into the room. The facility is huge, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. There are signs leading to different gymnasiums, and even a pool. There's a locker room nearby, so I take advantage of the facility to change into my gym clothes. As I continue to explore, I spot the tennis court filled with students playing matches. A few students crowd the sidelines, waiting for the court to be open. Yuna is among them. She's standing alone, stretching out her arms. I head over and greet her. Hey, Yuna.
Hi!
She seems surprised.
I didn't expect to see you here.
I didn't expect to be here, to be honest. She chuckles. So, you play tennis?
A little, just for fun. Do you play?
I only played if someone invited me to. I'd only play if someone invited me to, not so much on my own.
I see.
But I do enjoy the game. So, have you been waiting long for the court to free up?
Not too long. Plus, I'm next on the wait list, so once the court opens up, I'll be able to play.
Who are you playing against? She shrugs.
Anyone who's available.
How about you and I play a game then? She suddenly seems shy.
Sure, but I have to warn you, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played much this season.
Always click the green one. The green one will save your life. Don't be modest. I think you're just being modest. I bet you're a really skilled player who constantly wipes the floor with your opponents. She blinks in surprise.
Thanks, but what gives you that impression?
I shrug. Just a feeling that I have.
You must have a lot of faith in me.
I can't play with no equipment though. Is there somewhere I can borrow a racket?
I actually have an extra you can use.
Great, thanks. A court opens up and Yuna and I take our places on the opposite sides. Since you're feeling a little anxious, why don't you surf first?
Oh no, that's okay.
Please, I insist. She smiles her thanks and nods. As we settle into place, I give my racket a few experimental swings. Once ready, I nod. Yuna tosses the ball into the air and pulls back her arm. With a resounding crack, her racket connects with the ball in a powerful serve. The ball whizzes towards me at lightning speed. Return. I could just imagine, like, it's like fucking, what am I imagining? Like, you remember that fight scene with Naruto and Sasuke, like the first one they had in the original Naruto before Shippuden, where like Naruto fucking gets the tailed beast, right? Then fucking Sasuke unlocks the other that little line on the fucking Sharingan, and you could see Naruto like before he even like moves or something. It's like, or he could see the movement. It's like that with the ball, where it's like it's just going like in slow motion, and I'm like, shit, I see it whizzing by. What should I do? I barely managed to clip the ball. It lobs over to the net, but versus out of bounds. What the heck was that?
I'm sorry.
I glance at Yuna's worried face and snap out of my daze. It's fine, I wasn't expecting that, but I'll be expecting your next one. She smiles, then prepares for her next serve.
15 love.
She bounced the ball a few times, preparing herself before the serve. Then, she throws it overhead. Her next serve is just as powerful. The ball zooms towards me. Fucking return it, what the fuck? I catch it with the tip of my racket. The ball flies erratically, but makes it over the net. Yuna smoothly parries it back. The longer we play, the more I'm able to keep up the volley. Yuna's face is set in a deep concentration, but she easily counters my hits every time the ball flies over the net. If this is how she plays when she's out of practice, then I'm not sure I'm ready to face her at her peak. Still, the game is over before I know it. I couldn't compare to her, and she won 6-2. Well, at least I got 2.
That was a good game. You did really well.
You're being too kind. That was clearly a one-sided game. I'm not sure I believe that you're out of practice. You were amazing out there. Yuna's cheeks are flushed from both the match and from embarrassment.
Thank you, but I really don't deserve such praise.
You have nothing to be embarrassed about. Even at your worst, you're still better than me.
That's not true.
Are you part of the school league? She shakes her head. She shakes her head no. You should really consider trying out.
You think so?
Definitely. She seems pleased, but shrugs.
Thanks, but I'm not sure I have time for that kind of commitment.
Hey, are you guys finished?
We turn and face a pair of students walking onto the court.
Oh, yes, we just finished.
Actually, we were wondering if you two would be interested in a doubles match.
Doubles match? Yun and I glance at each other, and both break into grins.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. You guys can serve first. Good luck.
I retrieve the ball and toss it to Yuna. She catches it and preps to serve. I don't think these two know what they're in for. Alrighty, let's get to the next event. Alrighty, Yuna, let's see what you got. I dial Yuna's number and wait for her to answer.
Hello?
Hey Yuna, it's Ga. I was wondering if you got some time to hang out. Maybe we can have another match of attendance match.
I'd love to, but I've got class in about half an hour. I was about to stop and grab a coffee. Would you like to join me?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll meet you in the cafe.
Okay, see you soon.
We hang up and I walk to the cafe. Yuna's already there by the time I arrive. She sits at a table near the window. After ordering myself a coffee, I join her. She smiles in acknowledgement as I sit down. So, what class do you have next?
Just one of my PHPT degree requirement classes. It's not one of the more interesting ones, so I'm not too excited about going. Do you have any more classes today?
Nope. All done for the day.
That must be nice.
Her eyes sparkle as she sips her coffee.
So, how are you spending your free time between classes? Anything fun?
It varies. I go to the library to study or chill in the pilot's lounge. Generally, I like to spend some quality time with my gear.
Ah.
She glances at the teal stripes on my uniform as she takes a sip of her coffee.
What made you decide to be a pilot?
Well, my dad was an engineer and I grew up building mechs with him. He and I actually built Eagle together.
Eagle must be really special to you then.
Yeah.
So why didn't you go into engineering?
My dad always wanted to be a pilot, but he was colorblind, so he could never become one. He always encouraged me to be a pilot instead. I never even considered doing anything else. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just doing it because my dad wanted me to. I love piloting. It's just something I always knew I wanted to do. What about you?
I actually almost joined the pilot program.
Really? What changed your mind? She hesitates. The words are on her lips, but she's debating whether or not to say them.
There were a lot of factors, but the biggest reason I chose to study PHPT is because pilot health and safety is frequently overlooked. Pilots go through a rigorous training process, and people don't consider the long-term effects that training has on a person, especially when you're talking about G-force training and the like. Being a pilot can take more of a toll on your body than you know.
You're scaring me now. Jeez, lighten up, Negative Nancy. You can check my health any day. Woo! I feel safer just knowing you're here to look out for me. She blushes.
I'll try my best.
So, pilot's health and physiotherapy. Doesn't that encompass mental health as well as physical?
Yes, definitely. Most people tend to forget that a healthy mind is just as important as a healthy body, but an unhealthy mind can just be as destructive, if not more so, than an unhealthy body.
Ask more about pilots' mental health. I'd admit I'm a little guilty of forgetting that myself. Is there currently a large emphasis on mental health screenings for pilots? Or is it a ever-evolving process?
It's an ever-evolving process, and unfortunately, it usually takes a tragedy before people realize there's a flaw in the system.
Really? She nods.
Obviously, a pilot has to pass a mental health evaluation before he can earn his license, but that screening needs to be more rigorous and more frequent.
What do you mean?
Some mental illnesses are easily diagnosed, but some are more tricky and some can disappear and reappear, like depression or addictions. Those are hard conditions to spot because for the most part, they must be self-reported. But if a pilot knows that he may lose his license because he has this condition, he may not report it. It could reach a level where he would not only endanger himself, but those around him.
Damn. Shouldn't his colleagues or teammates report him if they notice a pilot's change in behavior?
They absolutely should, but the way the current system works, the responsibility falls on the pilot himself and not his peers.
Dude, that's kind of crazy. It's like, your peers have to check on you, right? Like, if they know that you're not doing okay, they need to be like, hey, we need to help you, you know? Even if you're like on a team, like on a sports team, it's like, something's wrong with our friend, right? They're our buddy, our team member, right? We need to get him the best help. We're not going to kick him off the team, but we need to at least get him some help.
Pilots who are on anxiety or depression medication can also be disqualified from earning their license just because of the medication use alone.
Well, you don't really need medication. Like, medication's useful, but you don't really need it. Like, at least have a therapist or like someone to like talk to, you know? Because yeah, medication does really help a lot. I'm not like saying medications don't do nothing because I don't believe in pills. No, I'm not saying that, but it's like, I don't know, like yoga, therapy. There's a lot of things that actually help. Plus medication. Doing all of these things will help you, you know? But don't just look at medication like, it's like, alright, we might not give them medication, but there's other things to at least help them. But they're not doing it, like, what the fuck? Isn't that kind of punishing the pilot for treating his condition?
There are arguments for both sides. The pilot is being punished for treating his condition, and because he uses the medication, he should be considered to be in sound mind. On the other hand, someone who is using the medication has a greater potential for significant underlying psychiatric or psychologic problems, and the side effects of medication is always unpredictable, so they're considered a risk.
It's like kind of like driving a car when you're like on painkillers or something. I don't know if those kind of medications impair your driving, but like I remember when I got my wisdom teeth removed, I was looking at the bottle. It says you should not be driving a bottle. I got ibuprofen, and it says on the bottle that you shouldn't be driving. Huh. I guess both sides make sense. Which side are you on? Ice Flash.
I'm a strong advocate for reform. We need pilots to understand the severity of these conditions, and we can't encourage an environment of secrecy because that is what puts lives at risk.
She pauses, then her cheeks flush.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you.
It's okay. I'm just glad someone like you is here to fight for what's best for us pilots. Yuna checks the time.
I need to get going. Sorry for lecturing you.
No, don't be. No, don't be. I think it's great that you're so passionate about this. Passion is what creates change. She smiles brightly.
I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, see you. She gathers her things and leaves. I finish up my coffee, then follow her out of the cafe. Alrighty, let's get to the next, Yuna event. I'll see you there. Alrighty, let's see what Yuna's up to. I'm on my way to grab something to eat when I pass by the campus bookstore. I have a lot of CINY swag at home, but I don't have anything from Ace yet. It wouldn't hurt to take a look and see what they have. Maybe Nikki would like something from here too. I walk in. The cashier counter are right by the entrance. As I go further inside, I turn either into the clothing section or the book section. Let's check out the books, cause I don't really need clothes. You need books. The books are organized by class and takes up 2 levels in the store. I'm a little surprised they still offer hard copies of all the class texts, since most people just purchase the electronic versions now. There's an option to rent the books for the school year too. Don't get me started about buying books. Buying books suck for college. Oh my. Not too many students are browsing in this area. I already have all the texts I need, so I move on. Next to the books are miscellaneous school supplies. There's a pink planner with a Ace Academy logo I think Nikki will really like. I grab the planner for Nikki and a text and a notebook for myself, then stand in line to check out. I'm zoning out while waiting for my turn in line when a familiar voice interrupts me.
Hey there.
I spin around and see Yuna's smiling face standing in line behind me. She glances at the items I'm holding. She glances at my items and holding back a laugh.
That's a pretty planner you chose.
She has the same one in her hand.
You must have good taste.
I laugh and Yuna lets out a giggle. No, this isn't for me. It's for my sister. I hold up the item I bought for myself. This is for me.
Oh, well, I think she'll like it. Is your sister younger than you?
Yeah, she's in her last year of high school.
It seems like you two are close.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, teenagers usually go through a phase where they fight with their sibling all the time. But since you're buying her a gift, it seems like you two must get along.
Yeah, we do. Yuna smiles warmly.
That must be really nice.
Is that a thing where it's like your sisters rebel against you? It's like, I didn't really get that, my sisters. Like, they love me. Well, I'm kind of annoying too because, I'm a brother, but they kind of like me. Like, I give them good advice. I keep secrets from, they tell me their secrets and they tell me things that worry them. Stuff that, they can't tell mom. But, like, I understand and everything. I miss my sisters, man. They're cool. They're cool beans. What did you say?
That must be really nice.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have any siblings? Yuna hesitates and sifts her items from one hand to the other. Finally, she shakes her head.
No.
She breaks eye contact and looks down. Before she looks away, I notice a sadness in her eyes. There's something she's not telling me, but I can tell that it hurts her deeply to talk about. I should respect her feelings and leave it be. I shouldn't pry. Ask her about it? No, the green one, man. Don't ask her about it. Like, fool, she'll tell you. Okay? Yuna seems really uncomfortable by this topic. I shouldn't force her to talk about it. I'm sorry, we don't have to talk about this. She gives me a graceful smile.
It's okay.
Glancing at her hands, I see her carrying the book Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question.
Huh?
Your book. She glances at her hands and chuckles.
Oh, right. It's for one of my classes.
Ah, yeah. I bought the e-versions of my texts.
I did too.
Fuck. Yuna nods.
I did too for most of them, but I find it's easier for me to take notes when I have a physical copy of the text in front of me.
She opens the book and flips through it. Hey, that's in English. She blinks at me.
Yeah, it's for my English literature class.
I switch to speaking English. How should I do this? Should I speak like in broken Spanish English? Like a Spanish accent? I didn't know you speak English. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, fuck, I remember I could do the Spanish accent, huh? Shut up. I didn't know you speak English.
Not very well.
She's answering English. Her accent is good, but she speaks with the confidence of someone who's not used to conversing with a native speaker. I switch back to Japanese to make her more comfortable. It seems good to me.
Thanks, but I know I still have a lot to work on.
Well, if you ever want to practice, I'll be happy to help.
Okay, thanks.
Next in line?
Ah, that's me. We'll catch up next time, okay? She smiles.
Of course.
I go up to the counter and pay for my items, then wave goodbye to Yuna as I head out of the store. Alrighty, man. Well, I'm gonna end there. I'm tired. My back hurts. Alrighty. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post the next route, and leave a comment, man. Man, there's so much things. Yeah, I'm really tired right now, but I've been thinking and making plans of like my other 2 channels that like I hardly do anymore. Like, literally, I have two channels, like one for songs, which I haven't made a song in a while, so I've been doing that today. Then my other one where it's like, it was mostly like my voice acting stuff because like, I want to do something with my voice and be like in media and video games and all that, But like, I haven't really made any demos or haven't really done anything, but dude, I'm thinking about making that into like a review, which I might put the Tenro Enigma review on there, which I'm making a script and I'm having someone do like, my brother do animations for me. They're not gonna be good animations. It's just gonna be like pictures where it's like, this picture is like this scene and it just looks like I'm talking. Then the next scene where it's like any other emotion than talking. It's just dumb, but I think it'll be fun. I want to experiment with stuff other than, gaming, visual novels, Because I just been doing visual novels this whole time and I don't know, I feel like I gotta do something else. Well, I'm not gonna quit visual novels, but it's like, I have these other 2 channels that I do nothing on, so why not? Let's just see what I do. You're rambling right now. You said this was the end of the video. Why don't you just stop? No one cares about you, you fucking loser. I'm sorry, guys. I know. Anyway, this is farewell. And as always, bye-bye.